Tyson Fury here. After today's defeat from City with Manchester United, it's fair to say that United are taking a worse beating than Deontay Wilder took in all of his fights versus me. We're absolutely getting smashed out there. And I think partly it's because the players, no disrespect to any of you, but it doesn't seem to me like you're digging deep to try and win these games. It just seems to me that you're happy to get through them and whatever happens, happens. You know, when I fought Wilder and I was on the floor, and any other man I've ever fought, I never ever believed I was going to lose the fight. I always believed I'd come back and win. And that's called a winner's mentality. And that's something in the last few games that you guys have just not had. I think me and Patrice Everett's going to come down to the training and give you some of that and give you the hard word, what you need. See you all soon. Be prepared.
What's good, family? Now, I've got to say a massive thank you for this Donny who came through and maxed out your man the YB's coin situation. My dog, Dr.FMG, one of my exclusive leaked medical sources, no doubt. It's quite interesting because a lot of you man say I ain't got no sources, but what we do know is, you best believe the doc came through and sponsored all the coins, yeah? No doubt. Now, in fact, one more thing I want to say as well. People think that doctors only have one purpose, i.e. to help people's medical situations, but what we know now is doctors stay repatching up, yeah? Bringing back the YB's coins back to health, no doubt. So like I said, big shout out, big love to my dog, Doc FMG, Doc, yeah? No doubt, Mr. Doc. Anyway, moving on from my dog, the General Doc. We just heard there from your man's Tyson Fury airing out a few cats, still airing out floppy looking ass Man United, airing out Deontay Wilder, airing out Anthony Mandela Gandhi. Yeah? You know what, let's take it from a jump, because he starts off by jumping on and having a quick go on your man's Deontay Wilder. And what I will say is, it makes me laugh because, again, what do we know? About a week ago, Tyson Fury came out and kind of, in my opinion, I broke the news that Tyson Fury was trolling Deontay Wilder and letting Deontay Wilder know that, listen, Deontay, no matter where you go, wherever it's your birthday, wherever you're on the moon, wherever you are, I'll always be your top, yeah? I'll always be the Don who topped you twice and made a good old bottom out of you, yeah? No doubt. You'll always be, listen, Wilder, no matter what day it is, no matter where you are, no matter when you are, you'll always be my pocket holder. You'll always be holding my back pocket in jail. Wilder, if we was in jail, you'd be the Don, cleaning up my cells and massaging my feet after a long day on the yard, playing football with the lads. 100%, that's what you'd be doing. You'd be cooking the food, you'd be making the bed, massaging the feet, because you've got soft hands. 100% confirmed. That's the guy you'd be. Yeah? So that's what Tyson Fury was doing when he put the video out about Deontay Wilder 2 weeks ago. Anyway, I broke the news to you, man, because a lot of goofies were doing it. Oh, look, Tyson Fury's sucking Wilder off. I told you it wasn't that. Now what do we know? All you funnies who said I was wrong, oops, how it working for you now? Yeah, how it working? Because in your minds, you said that when Tyson Fury was congratulating Deontay Wilder on happy birthday, you said, he just showing how much he loves Wilder. How'd it working out? Because now, what do we know? He jumping on Wilder and riding him some more. So, like I said, back then it was nothing to do with him trying to be soft and moist. He was subliminally having to go on Wilder again, knocking him, letting him know. Because what do we know? Only a father, kids don't celebrate their parents' birthdays like that, do they? No kid says, oh, happy birthday, mum. No, it's not one of them ones, yeah? Tyson Fury is Wilder's pops. Happy birthday, son. Have a good day, son. Yeah, one of them ones. No doubt, 100%. And that's why it follows nicely onto this video. We hear again. Tyson Fury, a few weeks later, once again, has another go on Wilder. Yeah? Tells him straight, listen, yes, man, you were down bad, but nonetheless, they're almost as down bad as Wilder was, because what we know is they're almost as washed as Wilder was after I finished on him. Yeah? After I finished topping Wilder, he down bad, and equally, Man U are being topped by everyone. 100% confirmed. But this, for me, moving on from Wilder, moving on from the Deontay Wilder bottom situation. Moving on from the Deontay Wilder getting topped by Tyson Fury situation. This for me is more about a systemic problem within the world today. Yeah, you might know the channel. I talk about 2021 fruities. And unfortunately, I'm not sure whether there's some sort of agenda. I'm not sure whether it's kind of come out of control. I'm not sure. What we do know is there's certainly something going on here. Because everywhere you look, there's some moistness. You've got AJ, Mr. Mandela Gandhi, big for nothing looking ass. Yeah, the BFN. Yeah, the big friendly. Yeah, 100%. You got the big friendly. Big for nothing. You got the big for nothing Mandela Gandhi. You got Manu, bunch of overpaid, and that's the thing. That's what I think it is, you know. Because to be fair, some people can manage it. For example, clearly Tyson Fury can manage getting paid some monies, but these other guys, AJ, Man United players, there's too much money in the game, in my opinion. And I think maybe not now, maybe not in my generation, but I actually believe that in 100 years from now, I believe sports and sports pay won't be determined on set salaries. I think there'll be 100 years from now, fans will be the ones deciding the wages, if that makes sense. So for example, after every game, everyone has the, for example, after every game, everyone, all Man United fans can log into the Man United app and basically allocate the wages. That's how it should be, in my opinion. Does that make sense? So for example, let's say Man United's wage budget is $1 million a week. Guess what? Every week, Man United fans can log in and they distribute the wages. Oops. See how quickly them dons want to turn up then. Do you know what I'm saying? Because at the moment, it's all kind of fixed in. For example, AJ, no matter what happens, he can gas his fans up saying, I'm going to go Kronk style, I'm going to do this, I'm going to William Hill the YB's coins, yada yada, one of them ones, rambling on about Kronk, getting everyone gassed. He can go in there, flop, and then after the fight have the audacity to say, people need to appreciate my hard work in the gym. What? The YB's coins don't appreciate your hard work in the gym because they down. They gone to William Hill's bank account. Yeah, so I'm sorry, AJ. My coins can't appreciate. They've been separated from their mans, the YB. Coins all the way gone into William Hill's. Yeah? And you want to talk about, we need to be grateful for your hard work in the gym. What's wrong with you? But like I said, guess what? How it should have worked is, after every fight, I believe, it should be determined on the fans. If you want pay-per-views, we should be allowed to enter the amount of pay-per-views we put in. So it starts off at 20 quid. If you flop, you're getting £5. Simple as that. Because everyone else, in any other job, yeah, if you flop, it's peak for you. You get got, don't you? In any other job, you get kind of bonuses or you get rewarded for decent work most of the time. These guys, Man United, they pull up. They're getting paid 10 million anyway. Oops. They don't care, do they? Just turn up. I'm made for life anyway. There's no hunger. And I'm sorry, but people say there's no other correlation. Now, I do believe society in general has got softer, but that's not the cause, I don't believe. Because back in the 70s and 80s, when people was making not so much wages, they was hungry because they needed it. They needed to be on top. They needed to be the highest paid. And guess what? Back in the 80s, to be the highest paid footballer, you had to be the best. That makes sense. These days, you ain't even got to be the best. You can pull up and be top 15 or in the world. You can be like, yeah. You don't even have to be in the first team. You can be a reserve and make decent money these days. There's no kind of demand. Once you make it there, there's no demand. There's no real incentives to push on. And ultimately, there's no shame. Do you know why there's no shame? There's no shame because people like AJ, people like the Man United cats, guess what? Shame has gone in the world. With Instagram and everything else, shame has disappeared because what happens now is, people, how many times have we seen a celebrity do something goofy and they say, oh man, but I got the bag. I got the bag. And that's what happened. AJ can flop and then get on Snapchat and talk about his investments and his AP watches. Oh yeah, but I got the bag. Because the reason they can do that is because they're ungrateful. They don't really, they think they're super unique. Oh yeah, I did it all myself. No, you didn't do it yourself. The fans did it for you. Because what we know is, without any fans, you'd be broke still. Oops. That goes for everyone. Man United fans, everyone don't appreciate. And that's why people like Custiamato, great trainer, said, the fans are your boss. But these days, they treat us like cucks. They treat us like fans, and that's why I don't like the word fans. I'll never call anyone a fan. Yeah? They're your peoples, is how I view things. Not a fan. What's that about? I'm a fan. What's that? Nah, you pay your... like people who support me, they pay my wages. You understand? And if a man pays my wages, they're your peoples. They ain't fans. Yeah? But these guys, they're so detached. They think, oh, yeah, the fans, and they... you're mad. They're your boss. That's what they are. It's a shame that the system today, in 2021, isn't set up to reflect the position of the fans. The fans are the boss. And we need to bring that relationship back. Athlete pay should be based on fan-determined salaries. Bottom line. Because if we don't see you putting it... And the thing is, in general, of course, you'll always get some trolls who kind of troll. But in general, the masses, the average person will be fair. If we see you putting a good shift in, you deserve to get paid a lot more that week, don't you? I don't think it's fair that, for example, I'm not sure about, I don't watch football, but maybe not, but I'm assuming out of the 11 players, there's probably one man who's working hard, and in my opinion, on that week, he should get the whole lot, yeah? If you've got an 11-man team, and on that week, 10 man didn't turn up, guess what, peak for him, he get the $1 million, you man can just go hungry. Because you trust me, they'll fix up that week, you know what I'm saying? That's how it's got to be. It must be that way. Because now, there's no incentive. You turn up, you flop, you get paid $40 million for flopping. And then Eddie Hearn, you know what I mean? You wheel Eddie Hearn out to talk about how, don't worry about the belts because we've still got big fights without the belts. What? So your man's just flopped and you're trying to pitch us AJ versus Fury with no belts. Team AJ, if you've got no shame. Yeah, but it don't matter if you ain't got no belts because it's still a big fight. Oh, so what you mean to say is, don't worry fans, we're still going to milk some more coins out of you. And that's why I've said people, if AJ don't buck his attitude up, I know you won't because you man are moist, but everyone should boycott the fight. Boycott it. Not one pay-per-view. Simple as that. Because you have to you earn that. People forget that. People say things like YB, but, you know, his brain cells are at risk. That's what you get paid $40 million for, boss. Do you understand? Your career was based on going in there ferociously, and what you should have been doing over the last 10 years is adding skills to that. So people like Alvarez, look at Alvarez. Alvarez went in there with a top guy. Alvarez went in there with someone, a top guy, yeah? And he looked just fine, because he's got skills. He's got defense. He's got high guard. He's got slips and slides. There's no reason you can't be doing the same. Oops. Yeah? No reason. Apart from laziness and no IQ-ness. And no trainingness, and bum coachingness, and Rob McFrizzleness. But I know I talk a lot about AJ, but the reason I talk about that situation in particular, because it's all, I'm obviously not a football fan, so I can't talk about Man United depth, but I'm assuming, I bet it's all kind of the same stuff. About them same goofy footballers. I mean, that's another thing. Tyson Fury ended up saying, don't take it personal, and listen, guess what? Take it personal. Yeah? If you don't like it, that's on you. Because guess what? If I was losing, I'd be feeling it. But a lot of these guys these days, like I said earlier, because of the Instagram thing, and I bet they've got a bunch of hoes in there, a bunch of spice, a bunch of lighties in their DMs blowing them up. They're gassed. They think my pockets are full. I've got a whole bunch of lighties in my DMs. I'm winning. Yeah, I don't care what these fans say because I'm winning. I've got a bunch of money. I'm getting paid anyway. I've got all the lighties I could consume. Yeah, I've got a different lighty for different days. Got the Sunday lighty, got the Monday lighty, all the lighties. Yeah, I've got all the green-eyed lighty. I've got a blue-eyed lighty. You know, no one's there. Yeah, I've got the red bone. 100%. That's what I'm telling you now. Yeah, you got the listen. I've got the Sunday lighty. I've got the Monday red bone. I've got the Tuesday yellow bone. All them ones. That's what they be like. 100%. They're feeling too nice. And that's why we must bring them back to earth. And it's not enough to, like, people like Arsenal Fan TV. That's not enough. We must, in the future, decide their wages. Because they don't care. They say, you're a troll. You're a mad fan. You're a groupie fan. That's what they say. At this point in time, they've got the power. And I'm not sure why they've got the power. Why do they get to make 200 grand and not turn up in a week? Where else are they doing that at? Can you go to your job and flop and get paid mega money? No. So why is that acceptable? And you watch how quickly they fix up. You watch it how quickly, when when us fans become determinators, or when we can determine what they get paid, you see how quickly they fix up. They be super fixed up. They be oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? They one of them ones. They ain't gonna be. Guess what? They ain't gonna be stunting no more. About don't worry, I don't care if I lose. I got the Lighties. I don't care about this. Don't care if I lose. I got the yellow bone. You best believe they be fixing up. Or at least it's not even about the result, because sometimes you just lose, but it's about the passion and the effort. And Tyson Fury is obviously a Man U fan, and I'm sure most Man U fans can talk about it. There ain't no passion. People blame the manager. I've never understood football players blaming the manager, because he can't get on there for you. Bottom line, you go in there and you get stuck in. These guys, there's no fuss, or there's no bother. There's no one's bothered, are they really? And can you even blame them? Because you're getting paid 200 grand a week, regardless. Who cares? That's why they can't not bothered. And it takes, unfortunately, in 2021, it takes a rare man. And I'm not saying Tyson Fury is perfect, but as far as fighting goes, he's the best right now in that sense. Yeah. And it takes only certain individuals. In 2021, it's now become a rarity for someone to want to get stuck in. I mean, look around. You've got Billy Joe Saunders. How many fighters really, or how many athletes really turn up and put it out there? It's few and far between. There's very few people who really turn up and have pride like that. So yeah, I agree. Tyson Fury. And this is the embarrassing thing. Tyson Fury has to go down there now and school these dons. School hardback men. Yeah? You've got to school hardback men who are getting paid $10 million a year on how to do their job. Wow. It's bad. I'd feel embarrassed. Honestly, yeah? Never mind if I was making 100 grand a year. If the fans, if my dons, yeah, were paying me 100 grand a year, I'd feel embarrassed. I had to get a school bus of next man on how to turn up and put some effort in. I would. I'd feel shame. And I've already told you, when me and Tyrone end up getting it on you, when I end up smoking Tyrone, if I go in there and I flop you, I'm telling you already, I'm going to put it in the contract. If I don't turn up, I don't want getting paid, 100%. If you man think I haven't put no effort in, don't pay me. Because what's that? What are we doing here? Just turn up for the sake? Nah, I can't work. Yeah. You put coins in, you get effort out. That's how it's supposed to work. The fans put coins in, you put effort in. That's all we ask for. These days, they want the coins and no effort. What? It's mad. But that's because it's been allowed to be that way. And it's a shame that people don't have integrity. Because a man of integrity would say, you know what? I'm getting paid life-changing money here. So let me put life-changing effort in. And that's why I go back to AJ. Because I'm afraid to say, AJ, yeah, I don't want to hear about your technique. I don't want to hear about, oh, well, I can't get hit because I need longevity. You've got longevity money. We pay you not to have no longevity. Oops. Yeah? I've got all these goofy AJ fans telling me YB, but you know his career will be short. His career can be short anyway, because you're getting popped by a cruiserweight. What are you talking about? You're making out he's so slick that he ain't getting touched. You're getting popped by a cruiserweight. What's wrong with you? Yeah? About, oh, I need to make sure my career is more long. Your career is super short. Real short. Your career ending in 6 months if you don't fix up. Oops. Yeah? And like I said, that's what you're paid for. You're paid to put your brain cells in. Now, if you want to hire the YB and hire Shane McGuigan, yeah, and get them high IQ skills, then so be it. But failing that, if you want to carry on with Rob McCrappen, then you better start accepting you must exchange some some brain cells for some coins. That's it now. Don't hear no more about those skills, because you ain't got no skills. You ain't got no IQ, AJ. Yeah, that's why you got Fernando Alonso in your team, because you ain't sharp. If you was, you'd have sacked Fernando Alonso and Rob McCrappen. You ain't sharp. You ain't that guy. You think you're sharp, that's why you've got the bums round you. Because you think you've selected a real super team. But that shows that you're super limited, because you've got the bummiest team going. You've selected the most amount of bums I've ever seen in the team, honestly. Not one man on your team has ever actually achieved anything. Yeah? You got McCrappen. 20 years in the game, and Carl Frochs is his best example. Wow! Jobber Clayton, where's his charges at? Oh well, he's got some system from the 70s. Where was that at then? Because all we saw was your wig going back. Fernando Alonso, where his stuff at? Where's his charges at? Big Fruity, that's another thing. Where he at? Fernando, I want you. Yeah? Fernando, I'll tell you this for free. I'll bet you, yeah, that I'll knock any of that fruitiness you think you got right out your head for you. How about that? Oops. Guess what? Fernando ain't in my diet. Listen, of all the places Fernando may be, I'll tell you where he ain't. In the YB's DMs. He didn't want that. He heard the call out, 100%. He didn't want it. He knows I'll run straight through him and that'll be peak for him. Oh, Fernando, how did you end up getting smoked by some YouTuber? Oh, no YouTuber. Oh, because all that fruitiness don't work. Yeah? I'm going in there, chin down, elbows in, and come straight forward. Told you before, if I take a back step, I've lost the fight. 100%. If I take a back step, it's over. Yeah? That's a loss for me.